Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to be talking about the audio source components. So if we create an empty game object and we go to add components, we're going to go down here to audio, and here in audio we're going to add a coarse filter. Before we add a coarse filter, we have to add this either to something that has an audio listener, like the main camera here. So like this main camera has an audio listener, or what we could do is add an audio source. And then I talked about audio source in a previous video. I'll show a link up on top, so if you guys want to see that video. So we're gonna drag in this clip, this audio clip. I had actually got this clip from the Unity Asset Store from Vertex Studios, and it's the absolutely free music. So if you guys want to check it out, if you like the music that I play in a little bit, you guys could check it out, download it for yourself. And let's get started with this. We're gonna add the audio coarse filter. So when we add this audio coarse filter, first of all, I'm gonna play it without the audio coarse filter. As you can see, it's playing. Now I'm gonna lower it down a little bit. Now when we turn it on, you can hear it gives it a little filter coarse, and you could switch up the dry mix depending on how you like. The wet mix 1, wet mix 2, and so on. There's a delay, there's the rate, a depth. So as you can see, this is how the song sounds now. If I turn it off, that's how it normally sounds. Back on. But that's just the way you could filter out your music. Let me pause it. That's just the way you can filter out your music with an audio coarse filter. You don't have to go to Audacity or anything like that. Sometimes it's better doing it in Audacity, but Unity has a couple components for that. Now I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna add another component, and it's gonna be called the audio distortion, and I'm gonna set it to 0 so it does not have any distortion in the audio. And I'm gonna play it. As you can hear, it sounds normal. If I start bumping up the distortion, just beware of your ears. It might sound a little weird, but you could hear it adds a little distortion level. See if you could hear that, it's real bad, but that's what the distortion does. It just adds distortion to your sound, so it could give it like sort of a glitchy kind of effect to your audio clip. If we remove that, we go to audio, and we go to audio echo. Now audio echo has its own filters as well. It has a wet mix, dry mix, decay ratio, and delay. Now you could actually check these all for yourself. If you click the question mark, it'll show the documentation of it. As you can see, echo delay in milliseconds, 10 to 5,000. Echo decay per delay, volume of echo signal to pass to output. We go back into the Unity's editor and hit play. We could change the delay, so depending on what we want the delay to be. The decay ratio, change the wet mix, the dry mix, all depending on how we want it. And our song has finished, so let me loop it, or let me pause this, remove this, loop it, and move on to the next one. So we go to audio, we got audio high pass filter. So if we go to the high pass filter, and first of all, let's turn it off and hit play. Now when we turn it on, you can hear it has a cutoff frequency. So if we turn it down, it won't cut off the music, as you can see. But as soon as we start turning it up, it starts cutting off the music. Now there's a high pass resonance too, and you could adjust that accordingly to what you think. And as you can see, this high pass filter and all these filters, they add sort of a unique sound to your audio clip. So you can have a audio clip that you might not even like, and you could add these filters, and they would make the sound even better. Now these songs from Vertex Studios, honestly they don't need no filters, but as you can see with the filter, it does sound a little better if you turn it off. And also the filters, it also depends on the games you're making. You know, maybe you want like more of a sci-fi game, so this might help sell that sci-fi style game out. Gonna remove that one, and we're gonna go to audio again. We're gonna go to audio. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the audio listener real quick. So the audio listener, let me hit play. The audio listener is, as it pretty much implies, it listens for audio. So without it, your game would have no audio, as you can see, no audio. But when I click that, you can see not a warning, but a little comment saying that there is no audio listener. So please ensure there's always one audio listener in the scene. So there's different tricks of actually turning off your audio without having to turn off the audio listener. So I'll show you those little tricks later in a later video on how to mute your game or pause or lower down the actual volume without messing with the audio listener, so you don't get no warnings. But anyways, also you would get a warning. Let's say if I add an audio listener and there's already an audio listener, as you can see, I already got a warning right away. Let me collapse this. So as you can see, there are 2 audio listeners in the scene. Please ensure there is exactly 1 listener in the scene. So you'll also get a warning for that. Or not even a warning, but a little comment. Okay, let me remove this and then remove that. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to go to low pass filter. Now the low pass, same as the high pass, except, well, not the same. You'll hear it right now. So the low pass, as you can see, is more of a low frequency. And the cutoff, instead of going left to have less of a cutoff, you have to go right. So if I go right, as you can see, it's back to normal. If you go left, you start getting the cutoff. You could also adjust the low pass resonance cue. So however you want. Now let me pause this and let me remove this component and go to the audio reverb filter. Now the audio reverb filter is really similar to the audio reverb zone. Now the audio reverb zone, I talked about it in a previous video. I'll leave a link on top, but I'll show you real quick what it is. Now the audio reverb zone, if you go to right click right here in the hierarchy, go to audio reverb zone. Now there's this audio reverb zone, and if I double click it to focus on it, maybe I am. Oh, I'm not on the scene. So go to scene, double click to focus, and now it gives you the circle. So it's exactly the same as this reverb filter. The only difference is this filter applies to every audio source. So you cannot have this filter only apply to certain ones, and this reverb zone only applies to whatever audio is in this circle. So let's say you have a player and it walks into a cave. You could set this to cave, and once it walks into it, it will set a cave reverb zone. So it'll kind of sound cave-like your music or your walking steps or whatever audio you have there. So if we go back to the game now and erase this, now I'm going to show you what this is. So if I forgot to show you, if you see, they pretty much have the same exact settings. Oh, maybe I can tag inspector. So I could bring this inspector out. I could lock it. I could go over here. So here's the game object. As you can see, game object, audio reverb zone. And as you can see, they have pretty much the same stuff, except that's right now to generic. And now as you can see, pretty much the same stuff. The only difference is the reverb filter has a dry level. It probably has other differences. See the reverb level, pretty much the same as the reverb, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's a couple little differences, but pretty much the same basic principle. So now if we go back and hit play, we could hear a generic. This is off. Okay. So this is no reverb filter. If we change it to psychotic, you could barely, oh, you could hear it. See, even when I pause it, you could hear that little echo. See that echo? That's what the reverb zone is, or that reverb filter is. Now when I remove that, there's also the audio source. I talk about the audio source as well in a previous video. I'll link that up above. Let me see how much time we have left. So that's gonna be it for this video. It's already been quite a bit. I want to keep them short and sweet, the videos. So if you like this video and it helped you out, please like this video. Please hit that like button. It will really mean a lot to me. It will really help this channel grow and help a lot of people that need to know about the audio sources, all about these audio components over here. And if you're liking these videos so far, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified as soon as these videos come out. Once again, thank you.